Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Donna, and for those of you who are new here, well, please subscribe below and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a couple of low-key bags from designer luxury brands. So for those of you who aren't into the whole logo mania or who just prefer more subtle bags or have a more subtle style, well, this video is for you. So when putting together this list of low-key bags, not only did I search for bags without a flashy logo, I also wanted to steer clear of any materials, embellishments, designs, or shapes that would lead one to think or know it was from a specific brand. So for those of you who are a little confused and don't really know what I'm referring to, take for example Epi Leather from Louis Vuitton. Although it's not as flashy and logo-y as, let's say, the Monogram or the Damier Ebene, however, Louis Vuitton has become so popular nowadays that most people would probably know you're carrying a Louis Vuitton bag even though it isn't Epi Leather. The same is true for the Gucci green and red stripe, the city bag shape or silhouette for Balenciaga. So guys, I searched high and low for these bags, and I think I came up with a pretty good list, if I might say so myself. So without further ado, let's get to it. So bag number one is the Chanel Reissue. Yes, it is quite an obvious one, and most of the videos I did watch like these did mention this bag. However, if you look at the bag, it has most of the elements of the Chanel classic flap, so the quilting, the chain straps, the rectangular shape. However, in the place of the CC logo, we have just a plain rectangular logo known as the Mademoiselle turnlock. And although any Chanel die-hard fan would immediately know you are carrying a Chanel bag, it is less logo-y, showy, and less recognizable in general compared to the Chanel classic flap. Now, I don't know how long it would be appropriate to keep this bag on this list because Chanel is becoming more and more popular with time, and people are going to start associating this bag with the classic flap eventually. But for right now, I feel like it's a great addition to this list. So bag number two is the Hermes Lindy. Now this bag is a unique shape in general, and even more so for Hermes, in my opinion. Usually Hermes bags are very structured in shape and not really soft and pliable like the Lindy. Think of the Birkin, the Kelly, even the Constance. When you look at these bags, they're very structured and rigid in shape, and that's not at all true with the Lindy. The Lindy actually makes me think more of the Loewe hammock bag. It's so unique the way the soft part is like squishy and like soft, and you kind of carry it by its sides like the hammock. So the Lindy is very different, and it's not similar to any of the Hermes bags out there. And when carrying this bag, not many people would realize you are carrying a Hermes bag. So if your goal is to carry around a luxurious, unique shaped kind of bag without being so blatant about carrying a designer bag, well, the Hermes Lindy is a great option for you. So bag number three is the Celine Belt Bag. Now Celine is known for their understated bags, so it's no surprise it made this list. So I decided to add the Celine Belt Bag to this list because it is just a very simple, understated, and like clean bag, if that makes any sense. Especially when you compare it to the luggage bag. Now, although the luggage bag has no flashy or showy logo, it's very recognizable because of its like wave-like detail on the front of the bag, which makes you immediately associate it to Celine. Whereas the shape and finesse of this bag, as well as its barely there hardware, kind of elevates any outfit you pair it to without necessarily screaming it's a designer bag. Next, we have the Louis Vuitton Tambourin. And yes, Louis Vuitton did make this list. Now to me, for Louis Vuitton, this bag is really understated. It's really subtle. Yes, it does have the LV logo on the front of the bag, but it is very small and you can't really see it from far away. Other than that, honestly, there is no telling feature or detail which would make you think it is from Louis Vuitton. There's no logo or flashy monogram, no Damier Ebene. There's no Epi Leather either, no Bottega. This bag is made in a smooth calf leather, so other than the LV at the front, you couldn't really tell it is Louis Vuitton. It's just a really cute shaped bag. So if you are looking for a Louis bag that doesn't necessarily scream Louis Vuitton, this option might be best for you. So bag number five is the Balenciaga Ghost, and the name of this bag kind of says it all. When looking at this bag, there's no logo or Balenciaga name whatsoever. Except obviously when you open the flap, it's written in tiny, very small. You can't really see it unless you're really close to the bag. And in recent years, Balenciaga has really become known for their kind of logomania bags or their unique shapes. So for example, although the city bag has no logo on it, it's such a unique shape and it's one of their most iconic bags that as soon as you see a shape kind of like the city bag or the city bag itself, obviously, you already know it's Balenciaga. Whereas that's not true with the Ghost bag. When you first look at this bag, you don't really know who it's from. You don't associate it to Balenciaga at all. It kind of makes you wonder, it leaves you a little confused, like who designed this bag? Which makes it the perfect addition to this list. I love the shape of this bag, especially in the mock croc. And I think the size of the bag versus the shoulder strap is so unexpected and different. It's one of my favorite bags on this list. And all in all, it just makes the perfect low-key bag. So for bag number 6, we have the Saint-Laurent Carré. And this look is very unexpected for Saint-Laurent. When you first look at it, it makes you wonder, is it a Celine bag? Is it a Cartier bag? You really don't know. We're so used to seeing that YSL logo somewhere on the bag, if not front and center on the bag. And for this bag, they opted more for just like a gold clasp, which is very unique and kind of throws you off guard and for a spin. Another one of my favorite bags on this list, and I feel it just brings out the more subdued, subtle side of YSL. So for bag number 7, we have the Gucci Sylvie 1969. And when it comes to Gucci, we have kind of come to expect a lot of red and green stripes, bamboo, horse bits, GG logos. And we have none of that with this bag, although they have stayed true to themselves with the chain detail in the center. But I think we can all agree that this bag is less obvious than most of the other Gucci bags out there. Yes, there is the Gucci name engraved in the little gold hardware in the center of the bag, but honestly, you have to look really closely to see it. This bag is really tamed for a Gucci bag. And so yes, there is a Gucci bag out there that doesn't necessarily scream Gucci at first glance. So for bag number 8, we have the Fendi By The Way. So Fendi baguette bag aside, the Mon Trésor and the Peekaboo are very popular bags from Fendi, although you can find them without having the FF logo. But I feel those shapes we kind of associate immediately to Fendi. And they are most probably Fendi's most popular and recognizable bags. However, that is not true with the By The Way. It is not really a known bag, especially if you go for a color combo or design combo that doesn't include the FF logo. I don't think anyone would guess that you are carrying a Fendi bag around. So all in all, the By The Way makes for a low-key luxury daily wear bag. So for bag number 10, we have the Prada leather bag with cord details. That's what they call it on the website, although it's not very easy to remember. Prada's aesthetic and designs in general are very simple and low-key, although they do have some signature elements to their designs. Take, for example, the red Prada stripe, what else? The Prada triangle. We have the nylon, anything nylon screams Prada. We have the Prada calligraphy, the gold hardware. So there are key elements that kind of make you associate a certain bag or design to Prada. However, that's not true with this bag. There is barely any logo. It is embossed at the bottom of the bag, but you can barely see that. And honestly, it's just a full leather bag with some core details, as the name suggests. And if you didn't really notice the Prada embossed, you would never really know it is a Prada bag, which makes for a great everyday leather bag option. So we have finally come to our last bag, and number 10 is the Bottega Veneta Triangle Tote Bag. Now, although Bottega Veneta doesn't really have its own logo, or it's not as obvious, but every time we do see a weave or a kind of pouch-like shape, we think Bottega Veneta, obviously. However, this bag has none of that. There's no weave. It's not really pouch-like. It's more of a tote, which we don't really see very often for Bottega. It's just a simple, clean look. There's no logo. And really, it makes for just an everyday, casual, run your errands kind of bag. So that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Are there any other bags you would add to this list? Please comment below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!